Hey everybody, I just want to do a quick review of this knife. I've had this knife for a couple weeks now, just now getting around to doing a video of it. So let's get right into it. I have here the Kershaw Leek 1660 model, and this is a really nice knife overall. There you go. Kidney onion design, really sharp looking knife. Now this is the stainless steel model I have here. It's all stainless steel frame lock. They also have some other models that, they have a lot of varieties of this knife. They have different colors, like they have the stainless steel frame lock version in black. They also have like an aluminum version, G10 version with liner lock. They have a bunch of different kinds like that, different colors. So, it's overall it's a really nice knife, and you can go choose, what color and handles and stuff like that you want. Now it has a spring assist. It's a spring assist knife with the Kershaw's Speed Safe. Really fast, really smooth opening. It has a thumb stud and a flipper, so you can use either one. Both is really easy to use and both are really fast. Really nice. I really like it. Now let's go into a few of the specs with this knife. The blade is going to be 3 inches. Overall, a 7. And the handle length is going to be, or the close length rather, is going to be 4 inches. Now this knife weighs about 3.2 ounces. I found one site that said it weighs 3 ounces, so right in there. So, a little on the heavy side, but really not. I mean, this isn't that heavy of a knife for an everyday carry. And if you compare it as far as size and weight to this CRKT M16 Big Dog I have here, this thing is almost like a 4-inch blade, and it's about almost 9.5 inches long. And you compare it to that, and this thing's like over 6 ounces, and even this actually doesn't feel that heavy. So, it's not that bad. It's a pretty good little EDC. Now, as far as the blade, it has kind of a Warncliffe design, kind of a looking blade here, with a little bit of a belly, actually. It looks pretty straight, but actually has a little bit of a belly here. The steel is going to be a Sandvik 14C 28-inch steel. Now the handles are going to be stainless steel. That's 410 stainless steel on the handles. So, not a whole lot going on as far as the handles, not very grippy or anything, but they still, it feels really nice still. Especially with some jimping. It's got a little bit of jimping here, and it's actually part of the blade, but when you have it open, it's kind of right there. And then some up here. So they don't have any on the actual frame lock, but they have some right above it. So the only jimping is on the blade itself. So when you have it closed, there's jimping up here on the flipper, so you can get a good grip on that, and then it transfers over to right here when you have it closed. And then, when you have it closed, you got jimping up here, or sorry, up here, yeah, right here. So, a good amount of jimping, not a whole lot, but it gets the job done. It's very sharp. This knife is. That's one thing. I've cut myself probably like 10 times with this thing already. It's really, really sharp. Let me do a little paper test real quick. Get that out of there. So, super sharp. It just rips through that paper. Now the size of this knife, it's pretty good. It's a little on the small side. I think it just kind of comes down to personal preference, really. But for me, I don't have huge hands, kind of medium-sized hands. But it fits in the hand pretty good, not with a whole lot of room. So if you have really big hands, then this might not be the best knife for you. But I think it fits pretty good overall. It's any smaller and it'd be too small, really. It's just kind of really good size for an EDC. One thing I have noticed with this knife, part of why I've been cutting myself so much with it lately, is that when I go to close this knife, it's hard to get a grip on this knife since it's so thin. Now, lots of times without even realizing it, I'll have my finger like barely into that little hole, and I'll close it and cut my finger while I'm closing it. Close the blade on my finger. So, it's pretty thin, kind of awkward to hold and close at the same time. But, you get used to it, I guess. Just make sure you have your fingers out of the way. It's set up right now for tip down, but you can easily reverse it to tip up carry, if that's what you prefer. On this particular knife, overall I usually prefer tip down, but I don't mind tip up. But on this particular knife, the way it's designed, it rides pretty high in your pocket when you have it tip up, because the holes aren't right here until right here, because it has this little safety here and a lanyard hole, and it's kind of pointy, so it's going to be sitting like this much out of your pocket when you have it in your pocket with tip up. So something to consider. But overall, really cool looking pocket clip, does the job really well. As I said, it has a little safety here, so when you have that just like that, then you cannot open the knife at all. So, and then you just kind of push that over, opens up. It's also got a little lanyard hold if you like that. It's got a really cool looking flipper, so it doesn't really get in the way. It doesn't pinch your finger when you're trying to open it. Just a really cool looking flipper. Just enough. You can get just enough grip on that to flip it out too. This is a frame lock design. As I said earlier, they do have some that are a liner lock, but this one's a frame lock. So it has a really sturdy lockup. I was surprised. Locks up really, really tight, really sturdy. This is a really nice knife, really good quality for your money. I picked this up on eBay for about 30 bucks, brand new. I think you could go buy them at Walmart for like maybe $50, 40 bucks, something like that. So I really recommend this knife. It's made in the USA, really good quality for your money. One other thing, I'm not sure if this is just my knife, but the centering, this seems to favor the right a little bit, as you can see there, which, it's not a big deal to me, but if it's a big deal to you, then something to consider maybe. So anyway, that's my review of the Kershaw Leek. Please rate and comment, subscribe to my channel. Be putting up some more videos. I have some knife videos up, as well as some tech related tutorials and reviews. So go check out my channel. Thanks.